Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over a potential wildcard draft for Game Week 11. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Leave a comment, are you thinking of wildcarding this week? Subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So starting things off, before we get into our picks for this wildcard, I would definitely recommend wildcarding next week, because the fixture swing from Game Week 12 onwards is so much better. Plus, we have the international break as well, where you have the luxury of using your transfers from your wildcard during that time, so you can catch price rises, obviously any injuries that happen and stuff like that. It's just a much better time to wildcard. But if your team is in a really bad spot as of right now and you just have to wildcard, then this is something that I would probably go with. So in goal, we do have Martinez and Fabianski. We've moved off the Raya train. Finally, I just don't really trust the Arsenal defence enough to double up on it at this point in time. Obviously, the fixtures for Arsenal get really good from Game Week 12 onwards, but they're not really fixtures that I'm expecting like a ton of clean sheets. Like after Chelsea away this week, they've got Forest at home, which is going to be a tough fixture. Forest are playing really well this season. They've got West Ham away, which, again, okay, they should probably get a clean sheet in that fixture. But then they've got Man United at home. I don't think they keep a clean sheet in that. And then also they've got Fulham away, and I don't think they keep a clean sheet in that as well. And I just don't think it's worth doubling up on the defence, in my personal opinion. So I've got Martinez instead. Obviously has Liverpool away this week, but you can just play Fabianski in goal, who's got Everton at home. Because Fabianski is your other option, who again is a 4 mil goalkeeper who seemingly is now the new #1. He has played the last 2 games. If he does lose his spot, not ideal, but not the end of the world, because you have Martinez anyway, who has some really nice fixtures. They've got Southampton and Palace and Brentford all at home in the next 5 fixtures, so not bad at all. I mean, the Chelsea away one's not ideal, but you're not going to be playing Fabianski in that one anyway, because he's got Arsenal at home. But either way, I think the Villa clean sheets are expected over the next 5, in my opinion. And then, like I say, Fabianski is just a really nice backup goalkeeper. You may even like bench boost in one of those fixtures, to be fair, where they've both got a really nice fixture, because the rest of the team have pretty nice fixtures over the next 5 as well. So it could even be bench boost territory. But I do really like this goalkeeper kind of combo, and like I say, it's much cheaper than going Raya and someone else, because obviously Raya is 5.6 right now, so you're saving 0.6 there on Martinez, and also Fabianski, you have a playing 4 mil goalkeeper. So I really do like this goalkeeper combination. At the back, we've got Gabriel, we've got Alexander-Arnold, we've got Mazraoui, we've got Aït-Nouri, and we've also got Vandenberg. So Vandenberg is probably the best 4 mil defender right now. Has played 90 in the last, I don't even know how many, since Game Week 4. So he's basically nailed, and he's only 4 mil as well. Again, Brentford cannot keep a clean sheet to save their lives. It looked like they were finally going to get one last night, but then they scored, they conceded 2 injury time goals or something like that. I feel really bad for Flecken owners, because he was on like a 12-pointer. Then after the first goal went in, he was on like an 8-pointer. And then the second goal went in, he was on like a 4-pointer. And it happened in like 5 minutes. It's actually really, really unlucky. But Brentford just cannot keep a clean sheet. But he's just going to be bench fodder, really. Like, you just play him if you have to. Like, they've got teams like Leicester at home coming up, which you'd like to think they have a pretty good chance of keeping a clean sheet, but at this point in time, who knows if they're even going to get one this year. But either way, Vandenberg is in there. I've also got Aït-Nouri as well. The Wolves fixtures are just so nice. Massive fan of having Aït-Nouri in the team. Obviously on 4 yellow cards, so you always have to worry about that, but he's such a good player to own. You know, the numbers he's putting up, the returns he's grabbing, I think he's just a really nice option to have in the team right now. We've also got Mazraoui as well. The next 3 are really, really nice for United. Again, we don't know how the new manager is going to set them up and stuff like that, but I think Mazraoui probably will keep his place. And like I say, for the next 3, he's got really, really nice fixtures. There is going to be a bit of a benching kind of dilemma, like this week. Maybe you bench Gabriel because he's got Chelsea away, and you play Trent, Mazraoui and Aït-Nouri, because they've got Southampton and Leicester at home. Like, you're going to want to play those, then you're going to want to play Trent as well. So maybe you bench Gabriel this week, and then obviously he's got Forest home in Game Week 12, so you obviously want to play him in that. So again, they rotate really, really well. But yeah, Mazraoui, like I say, he's more than likely going to be bench fodder a lot of the time, because I think you're going to be wanting to play Aït-Nouri over him, especially with the fixtures they've got coming up. But I still really like him as an option. He's only 4.5 mil as well. I've also got Trent as well. Trent's a weird one, because he's not been putting up the numbers that people would be expecting, but at the same time, the fixtures are pretty nice. They've got the Southampton coming up, they've got Everton coming up. I personally think they'll probably keep like 2 clean sheets in the next 5, and then it's just the attacking returns, which he, again, has only got 1 this season, I'm pretty sure. He's picked up a few bonus points everywhere, every now and again, but he's only picked up like 1 assist, which isn't the Trent numbers that we're used to. So I completely understand going against him, but I also think he's still the best defender to own in the league, and I think his numbers have been so good that he is going to come good eventually. It's just how long do you hold on to him for? But like I say, that Southampton fixture, he could easily haul like a 15 bomb in that. It's just one of those things. And yeah, gone Gabriel as well. I think you still need one Arsenal defender just in case, but I just think doubling up at the moment isn't really worth it in my opinion, which is why we've not gone Raya and Gabriel. But either way, that's the back line and the goalkeepers. In midfield, we've gone Rodgers, Mbumo, Palmer, Saka, and Salah. So your big kind of premiums in this draft are obviously Palmer, Saka, and Salah. I just think with the midfielders, they're the three that you're really going to want to attack. They've all got really nice fixtures coming up. Like Salah, like I say, he's got Southampton and Everton away in the next 5. Can easily score against Villa, can easily score against City, can easily score against Newcastle. He's going to be a captaincy shout for a lot of those fixtures as well. And they all rotate really nicely as well. Like you can captain Salah in game week 12, who's got Southampton away. Or you could captain Palmer if you wanted to. And then in game week 13, you captain Saka, who's got West Ham away. And then in game week 14, you captain Palmer, who's got Southampton away. And then in game week 15, you captain Salah, who's got Everton away. So they all rotate really, really nicely in terms of captaincy choices and stuff like that. So yeah, I really, really like these three. And I think they're all going to... I think they're going to all go big over the next 5 fixtures, which is why I brought them all into the draft. So yeah, we've got Salah, Villa at home. We've got Saka, we've got Palmer. And Mbumo, like I say, he's just such a good option. I know he didn't really get much of the ball in last night's fixture, but usually really, really got a good option. They've got some really nice fixtures coming up as well. Bournemouth, Everton, and Leicester in the next 5. On penalties, underlying numbers are really, really good. Just a solid Brentford option, really, for the foreseeable, really. You can get rid of him maybe like, I don't know, maybe game week 16-ish if you want to, but I still think he's a really good option. And then also Rodgers as well, obviously a bit of an injury out. I mean, Palmer is as well. Obviously, this will get updated if we get information about that, because we do have Champions League this week as well. So I'll do an updated wildcard if like Palmer is out and Rodgers is out and maybe someone else goes out because of an injury or something. But yeah, Rodgers I think will be fine, just simply because he was annoyed when he went off, and he said that, you know, he was basically saying he was annoyed because he could have played on. Palmer apparently is going for a scan. Chelsea are hopeful is nothing, but I didn't realize it was like bad enough to go for a scan. Maybe he's just like hurt himself a little bit. I mean, obviously he's got no European football this week because he's not in the team for that, so he'll have a week rest, so he should be fine. But yeah, he's such a big player to own, and he'd be such a loss for Chelsea and FPL really, because obviously he's such a good option. So that's the midfield there. I'd really, really like the midfield. I think it's really solid. And then up top, it's a little bit out there, but I think it works really, really well. We've got Welbeck, Isak, and also Strand Larsen as well. So Welbeck after City at home, which I think is still a fine fixture for him. I think he can easily score in that fixture. They've obviously got some really, really good fixtures. Like Brighton's fixtures really, really go well after, really, I guess they change really nicely after game week 11, which again, I don't mind playing him in. I mean, I guess you decide whether you play Welbeck, who's got City at home, and then Rodgers, who's got Liverpool away. So I'd probably back Welbeck. He'll be on penalties and stuff like that as well. So Welbeck over Rodgers this week. But this is why game week 12 is such a good option for a wild card, because you miss those kind of fixtures, and you miss obviously Chelsea away for Arsenal and stuff like that, which is why I'd recommend to do it in 12. But if you have to, like I said, this is what I'd go with. So yeah, Welbeck's in there. I've also gone Isak as well, also on penalties. 3 really nice fixtures coming up. He has kind of found his form as well. He's scored a couple over the last few fixtures, so hopefully he will just keep going good. And then also gone Strand Larsen as well, who's what 5'6" right now. Really, really good option as well for the next, I don't even know how many fixtures, but Wolves have just got really, really good fixtures coming up. So yeah, obviously Haaland in this draft, but I don't think he's a massive loss really. Like without Haaland, it allows you to get Saka, Isak, Trent, and then it really just solidifies the whole team. Like I really like the defense, I really like the midfield, and I think the 3 up top are also really, really good as well. You could potentially go João Pedro over Welbeck if he's back, because he'll obviously be on penalties, but Welbeck is safer. He's played a lot more, and I think yeah, he's just a great option. I think he's really playing well this season. So this is my wildcard draft for game week 11. Like I say, definitely recommend to do it in 12. But if you have to do it this week, like if you've got a ton of injuries or whatever, I mean, it'd probably be around the same for next week anyway. So if you do decide to wildcard this week, you'd probably have the same players, but it's just that luxury of doing it over the international break. any kind of injuries happen or anything like that, you can obviously sort it out easier. But like I say, if you have to, this is something that I come up with. But either way, thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please do drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 100 likes. Leave a comment. Are you wildcarding this week? Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me. Have a great rest of your day. And until next time, peace.